Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the UCLA Bruins, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Clemson Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and saying, we want to be great in these areas, and now you're starting to see it, starting to pile up some conference wins. Now, Jesse, getting to the middle of the season, and you got to continue to evolve, right, and be ready for some of these rivalries.
No doubt about it. And I think they also like the fact that they've got some guys stepping up and making plays consistently. It's one thing to do it off in non-conference play against weaker competition early.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Gonna run it. It's Davidson. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Gives it on the option. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll throw on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Guys, let's talk a little UCLA. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to...
Oh, he's got some space. Got the first down and still on his feet. Just what they needed, an explosive play in the running game, and they're out to the 49-yard line before he goes out of bounds. The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but their defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
Leaves it with the back. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Trying play action. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Bruins didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Catch in the middle, it's Shipp. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate.
Turning it on! They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the second level, you just held your breath because you thought there was a chance they could break it off for a touchdown. This guy has that same dynamic playmaking ability.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Caught close to the marker. It's Shipp. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
Hey, these wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
Fires to the tight end. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
To the ground with the back. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. The give on the option. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stayed.
Breaks into the open.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. LSU managed to eke out the victory in a tighter than expected one. Don't blame the gumbo there in Baton Rouge this week. These Tigers are to blame for this one being this close. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Got the first down and more. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Moore. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Tigers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll move the tight end. Wants to throw on 3rd. And the quarterback is toast back at
this
the 35.
This is the reason why
And you
I got
usually
some
don't bring in dime
O-line
packages
so
for running
bad.
teams. You bring in dime because you know they're going to throw the football. You got more speed on the back end to cover, and defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
Makes the catch at the 30. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on 3rd down. Back to throw. It's Iamaleava. Grab near the sticks. It's Matthews. Still running at the 40. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bruins. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
Yeah, I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll give it to the back. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gives it on the option. Finds a little space. He stopped at the 32-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a first down.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Give to the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Shipp. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they're trying to get more points on the board before the break. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Bounced right back to them. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up. You're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. Now the lead is down to 11. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The give from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Bruins will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
They're playing that shit.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure to do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
It just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down.
Oh.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. So much for firing to a stationary sit-down tight end. How about this guy working the corner and getting the first down?
These tight ends can do so much nowadays. You start to feature him, but you watch him on the corner route, man. Just push it vertical, push it to the corner. QB right on the same page with him. Throw the football out there, and he makes the catch.
He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
To the ground. He's got it again.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Clemson trying to put its paws on a productive red zone trip. Rides the back on the option, the give. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's set. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
How nice is it in this offense to have a tight end like that guy that can come up with plays for you all over the field? We just saw the big 3rd down catch. He set him up here in the red zone. I like going back to him, maybe lining him and flexing him outside, getting a one-on-one opportunity for him to use his size advantage.
They'll go to the air. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
After this long of a drive, you have to cap it off with a touchdown, and here comes 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. From the gun, the ground game. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Fires to the big fella. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides the back and leaves it. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And the Bruins are on the move. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. You saw it that time with the quarterback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Turning it on. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Looking for a gap. It's Thomas. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time. Blown the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got his man to the left. He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-goal situation from the 8. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Touchdown, UCLA! And they take it in for 6 more points. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll leave it with him. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pulls it in, it's Moore. Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
What a great job tackling that time by the cornerback. Out on an island by himself. It's just him and the pitchman one-on-one. The offense is trying to go option. They get it out to their playmaker in space. But this guy is good at covering, and he's good at tackling, and he showed it to you right there.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Listen, his team's obviously down in this game, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy showed up to play. He's been churning out big play after big play. Already over 100 yards rushing in this game. He's carrying his weight. He needs his buddies around him now to pick up the slack a little bit and help get this team back in the game.
And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll run for it on 3rd and short.
Tigers.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
That is such a big play for the offense. A lot of these 4th down pass plays are just designed to pick up the first. They get even more. They get an explosive play, and that has got to be huge for the offense's confidence.
From the gun, the running back has it. And they'll nose it back to the line of scrimmage.